Hey everybody, it's Dr. Michael with Lighthouse Chiropractic, and this month we're talking about back to school. In particular today, we're talking about posture. Your kids' posture and the students out there as we return to school. Why is posture so important? So today we're going to talk about Posture Perfect and what we do here at Lighthouse Chiropractic to make sure your child has great posture. We have the posture grid screening, and each time a patient comes in, we make sure that we take a look at their posture on the first visit to get a baseline. Posture is important for a couple reasons. Number one is it really houses the spine, and so if your shoulders are leaning forward or your head is leaning forward, it kind of gives us an idea of where the spine is going and what it's doing. And as you know, when the spine is out of alignment and there's pressure on that spine, that's going to create all sorts of health problems. Did you know the majority of students who have allergies or asthma, it is a postural link, because the posture, which is here in the back of the neck, when your head comes forward, puts pressure on the lungs and the airways. And so when your head is leaning forward and your shoulders are leaning forward, that can create a lot of tension, create a lot of breathing problems. Now, the other thing that you guys probably know about is texting neck. These guys right here tend to give us all issues, and especially with our students. So I'm going to actually show you guys today on video. We're going to measure Evan with no phone, and then we're going to measure him with a phone, and you guys can see the difference in how posture and how that's affecting him in some of his day-to-day stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is when we look at Evan from back to front, we check the ears, the level of the ears and the shoulders and the hips here. And you can see with the grid behind me that Evan has a little bit of a high shoulder on the left side here and a little bit of a high ear on the right side. So there's a small postural difference there. And when we turn him to the side like this, we line him up against the grid. The ear and the shoulder and the hip should all be lined up in a straight line there. Now what I'm going to do so you guys can see this and you can see the difference here is we're going to give Evan a phone, and we're going to go ahead, Evan, and you're going to just start to do your thing on the phone that you normally would do. Okay, so right away you can see the shoulders come forward a little bit and the head is now looking down, and the ear and the shoulder and the hip are out of alignment. Now this is pretty much what you're seeing next is the phone comes down a little bit towards the waist, and we can see this is what we call texting neck. Oddly enough, in the last couple years, doctors have been given the ability to make a new diagnosis called texting neck, which was never used 10 years ago. But that creates that special angle there, which is putting a lot of pressure on the back of the spine there. And like I said earlier in the video, when we have pressure on this area, it can affect everything from your sinuses to your allergies to your breathing. And so you can imagine with kids on the phone, what's happening to their posture and what we have to do. Now, I'm going to show you here, we're going to freeze Evan. So Evan, take a freeze and don't move. We're actually going to move his head into regular posture. You guys can see the difference there. So head comes back like this, arms and shoulders like this. Keep holding the phone. And that's what posture should look like. And I want you to go back to looking at your game and doing it again. And you can see that posture then comes back in there. Now again, this is his hands up here. If your child is doing their phone even further down and looking down, go ahead and bring it down. This is where we really see a lot of issues. So parents beware, the beginning of the school year, we want to check your child's posture, but even if they have great posture, check them when they're texting and see what they're doing. Make sure that you give them some encouragement to be getting their phone up in front of their face and rather than down here, because it's putting a lot of pressure on their posture. And so for everyone here at home, make sure that you guys start the year off right with great posture. If you need any advice or help, please let us know here at Lighthouse Chiropractic. We do free screenings for all of our students for posture at the beginning of the year. And so we'll be here for you. Thanks so much for watching.